little less of this or a little less of that. Let's test it out again. Let's test just that blue one. Look, it says Mama, baby on board.
Hi Patricia, how are you? I'm surprised anybody's even on here this early. Thought I'd slip in and get a video up. Hi Bankley, how are you today? I'm going to wait a couple of minutes, see if anyone else comes in. We're going to take these out that we poured yesterday with the resin. See how they did. I haven't bothered them, but they're nice and hard. So I'm hoping this with the like a mermaid tail scale comes out really well. It's going to be a long day. Hi Helen, how are you? I'm doing good this morning. Oh, a little tired. So, and after I get these out, I went ahead and let me get these off. These are made out of air dry clay. They're like little flip-flops. I figured a pair of earrings and a necklace. So we're going to do them. And all they are is air dry clay and a rubber stamp from, oh, let me find it. This is the package they were in. They're just clear stamps. And I thought they're Inka-Dinka-Doos. I thought the little flip-flops were really, really cute. So I stamped them into the air dry clay, cut them out with an X-Acto, and let them dry. So I want to see how they'll come out. I thought with summertime, little flip-flop earrings and necklace would really be cute. So, got that ready to go. So anyway, that's what I'm planning. And I wanted to get done before Miss Emily goes on, because she came fairly early yesterday, I think. She normally doesn't do it until around 12:30, 1 o'clock. So just try to get my little bit done with. Hi Jan, how are you? So anyway, let's go ahead and see. If you remember yesterday, I miscounted on my hardener and it started to set up before I got done. So let's see, you know, if that little boo-boo, because they hardened. Oh, that come out fine. That'll be like pretty on a little corner or something. Let me get something to lay them on that y'all can see good. And I can pull them over here and get them out of the way till I can get them out. So there's that piece. Is it showing up? Yeah, they don't dry, they harden. And let's see, there's that fleur-de-lis. There's that teeny tiny fleur-de-lis. Oh, that little fleur-de-lis fence like is cute for a border. That'd be another cute little border. They're not hard yet. They're still pretty bendable. You know, so at this point, if you get them out and you want them to round around something, you can gently apply pressure and get it to take that shape and then tape it down or whatever, and it will harden to that shape in a day or two. So, not bad. I thought on some mixed media pieces, little borders and stuff would look good. Well, thank you, William. I appreciate it. There's that little ring. Little round piece with a design in it. They all came out fine. I mean, so far, we're not having any trouble. That little picture frame's cute. Another little frame. Yeah, see, they came out just fine. This is really pretty. Can you see the flower design on it? That's pretty. All right, that's that one. Let's see, I got flowers. Little rose. A bigger rose. Another daisy-like. And there's a couple of leaves. So, and they came out. Now this is where it started to harden up on me on these two. And I didn't get the molds filled. But, oh, that pink's pretty. I don't know if it's going to show on camera all the faceted, but it's a rose gold pink almost. And it come out really nice. That would be pretty in a necklace. Of course, I had to do some purple. And it come out pretty too. You see the faceted on them? I like that. And I've done the little string of pearls, flat back pearls like, in that pink as well. And they came out really cute. That would be pretty. Yeah, those are resin. This one, I ran out of the blue and I put the gold behind it, but it's kind of cool looking. And if it doesn't go with what I need, I'll just paint it. And then there's another one, it's the pink with a lot of the gold added into it. And it really looks neat. Needs trimmed up a little on the edges, but I can take a pair of scissors and trim these edges off and you'll never know it. And then I done some gears because I'm wanting to do something, but I need bigger gears. Let me slide these over a little bit. This one's got like Roman numerals, like a clock around it. So that's kind of neat. Isn't that pretty? And it's got a clock around it here. And I'm going to pour more of the gears because I need a lot more of them. I have Let me get my words together, y'all. I have gear stencils, and I have the gear die cuts. And I have some little wooden gears, but I wanted something with more dimension to it, you know? So I'm going to pour more of these because I'll use them. And I did, while I was out yesterday, I picked up another one of the molds so I could get some more until I can get a bigger mold with more different gears. So I thought that would work. But yeah, I like the way all that come out. That'll be pretty to use on a mixed media piece. And like I said, whatever the colors don't match whatever I'm doing, you can paint them. You know, you're not stuck with just whatever you have. Let me move my molds. And now this, it was it's wilting. It's in the baking area. And we took the Pearl-Ex powders and rubbed the purple and the blue. And I think we did a little bit of pink and gold on the mold itself, and then poured the resin over the top. So, see if it picked up any of that color. I wanted a mermaid type look. And it looks, oh, that's gorgeous. And I know I want to go over this with some clear nail polish. I want to bring that collar up. I want to see. No, they're not expensive. Let's see. The orange ones, like these are those Mod Podge melt molds. And they're not that expensive. The small ones that I have like this are for my FuseWorks kiln. It's a glass kiln. You do a freeze your glass and then pop it out in here. I'll show y'all that technique one time. I haven't done it because the FuseWorks, after you put the kiln with your glass in the microwave to fire it, it has to sit for an hour before you can even open it, or your glass will crack or explode on you. So that's why I haven't done that. So that's what that's come out like. Let's see if I can find my clear nail polish. Aha. Nope, that's the rapid dry. I don't want that. I know I've got clear. Hang on a minute, because I do want to go over this with the clear nail polish. I want to see if these colors will pop out some more. What you doing, Nova? You're a crazy bird, Nova. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Oops. Seems like all I've got over here is rapid dry. That's okay. I know I've got some varnish. What are these? Oh. I'll just get the varnish. Because I do think these are going to pop out a lot more. You know what? Where is... I'm going to go over it with the glossy accents because I think that'll work on there too. Just to see if these colors for that mermaid look will come out more. No, you don't need a kiln for the resin. The kiln is for the FuseWorks glass that I haven't done a video on. But you can use the molds for the FuseWorks for your resin. Okay, Patricia? Yeah, sorry. No, you do not. the reason I haven't done the fuse work glass thing on a video is because once you put it in the microwave and you take it out, you have to let it sit for at least an hour to cool, or you'll crack your glass. So let's put some of this on here because I want to see if these colors are going to pop a little more. And it looks pretty good. My colors aren't coming off. And this is just some glossy accents to shine it up. I wanted to see what it'll do. I think this will work great for a mermaid theme. You know, we're always looking for something new to kind of use. On different things. If we can make something kind of pull a double duty, I think it's better. I like being able to get more than one use out of anything I use. So can y'all see the shine on that now? Isn't that pretty? That purple and that blue just really popped. May not pick it up as well on the camera, but I had to shine it up, oops, because my mold was a matte surface, so it left a matte surface on my piece. And now it'll be shiny. Anyway, that's that. So yay, and our resin pieces came out perfect. I picked up also while I was out yesterday these molds. This is a clay mold. It's the your vocal beads, basically. They even have another one that's the bezels that these fit in your clay area. But I can pour resin in here and get these shapes. And since it's a matte mold, the pieces will come out matte, but I can shine them up. And then over in the candy making, they have these molds. And they're fairly thin, and they're a matte, but I can pour resin in these too and get these designs to glue down on mixed media pieces. And these molds were, what were they, $2.99? Yeah, they were $2.99 a piece. So, you know, that's not bad at all. I don't think, anyway. And I'm going to pour some of them tonight because I know I'll need them. So let's get this all out of the way. But I'm real happy with the way. And like I said, even with the miscount of the spoons of the hardener, they all still came out just fine. So, you know, just because you make a mistake doesn't mean you've messed up your whole batch. Go ahead and go with it and see what happens. Let me move these. Alright, back to the little flippy flop with the rubber stamp that I made. I'm going to slide these off. It was so easy, and all this is that model air dry modeling clay. Pick it up at Walmart. So it's not expensive. And where I was making them, I had some left over. I didn't want to put it back in the bag, so I just put it in that container to keep it airtight. So, and I always work on a tile because I can take my clay blade and get it up off of it. It's easier to clean. And I can turn the tile as I'm cutting around my images with my X-Acto. So it just works better for me. Y'all may have something else that works better for you, you know. Not everything works for everybody. So I just kind of get it. You know, it cracks around the edges and stuff. Don't worry about it. Just kind of knead it and get it going in that general shape you're going to need. I'm taking the block, the back of it, and going to mush it down as far as I can. Got to put a little oomph behind it. So it gives you kind of a flat surface. And then all you got to do, because you don't want it, use your own judgment. I don't want it super thick. And I know once I push the stamp down in there, it's going to thin it a little bit more. You know, but use your own judgment. And it being air dry, they're very light, you know. So then take your rubber stamp. You might want to add, no, I'm not going to add water. It didn't stick yesterday on me. And push it down. You'll know when you're down in there, you'll see the clay come up around. And that's what you want without going all the way through. That way you've got a good print, because you're going to follow these lines to cut it out. Okay? And I've got a good print. And what I did was, I'll tell you, I took and I cut them apart carefully. You know, it's like when you're doing fussy cutting, the less you have around to deal with, the better. And then just kind of pick it up and lay it off out of your way. So that leaves me this one. And I like that it's stuck to the tile. It'll be easier to move. And then just cut it out. I mean, there's really nothing to it. And don't worry, it's not going to be perfect. Mine aren't perfect. But nobody's going to get that close, you know, to examine it. Be careful going around your toe area. Okay, and then I kind of take some of that off as much as I can. Pull it up and get it out of my way. You're going to have these little pieces pop up a little bit. You know, it's the residual of what you cut around. Don't worry about it. Just pick it out of your way. Go on around. And it's easy. And then you kind of just take your finger, if they're not real big globs, you know, if they're kind of good size, you can pick them off with your blade and use your blade to reshape a little bit. You know, it's not difficult at all. Y'all will be able to do that. You know, and then kind of move it around. Like right here, I've got a little bit more than I want, and I'll just go right on along there and get it off. It's fine. But then I can take my blade and go right along and pat it back and get a fairly clean edge. You can. You know, and you can take your finger and push it down a little bit gently. And that's all you got to do. And if I was making this an earring, I'm not going to make them all. I would take one of my, this got my, where are my cutters? Well, now I've misplaced those. But anyway, you know, you get these little eye hooks, and I would cut it down a good bit, and then just take your blade, lift your clay a little bit. It's okay. It's going to bend some, but you're all right. And remember, this wouldn't be this long. And just kind of hold it, and you can push it right down in there. And that'll make for an earring. And let it dry. Then once it dries, you can gently pull this out, add some glue, and push it right back in. Okay? So, I'm going to lay this off to the side. I'm not going to finish that because I don't need it right now. But if you have any leftover clay, I don't put mine back in the bag. I just put it in a little container. That way, if any trash got in it, it doesn't get on anything else. Okay? So, for these little flippy flops, there's 2 sets. There's earrings and a necklace. And the necklace, I'm going to drill a little tiny hole in. You can poke it in when it's still wet. I forgot to. So, all I'm going to do, and I've got a block. There's my wooden block. I just forgot to put my hole for my jump ring to go through for my necklace, okay? And start it on low. And just drill it through. So there's my hole for my jump ring, and it'll be fine. Like I said, no big deal. I forgot to put my holes in. So I think I'm going to paint this folk art acrylic. And this one's called Jamaican Sea. And it's a real pretty blue. Where did my little towel go? There it is. But, you know, you can make you a real cute little pair of necklace and earrings for pennies. And I just thought the little flip-flops were just too cute. And as soon as I seen that rubber stamp, that's what popped in my mind, was a cute little summer necklace and earrings. And this air dry clay, it paints up so easy, you know. Don't forget to do your back. It dries very quick. I mean, it really dries quickly. Get your edges good. It's not going to take but a minute. Let that one dry a little bit. You'll probably get a little paint in your hole. Don't worry about it. You can poke it right back through. I thought these would be cute for the grandkids. With their little sundresses in the summer. I was telling my mom about doing them, and I think she wants a set too. But easy peasy. It doesn't take a lot of paint. But look at your rubber stamps and stuff a little different. You know, like I said, I like for things that I get to be able to be used for more than one project, because craft supplies are expensive, and if you can get a multitask out of something, why not? You know, it's like your blender in your kitchen. It does more than, you know, that. I don't have a blender in my kitchen because I bought a food processor, and I can do pretty much the same thing with a food processor, plus, you know, chop up vegetables and everything that I could do with my blender. So that's why I don't have a blender anymore. I have the food processor. My husband thinks I'm pretty odd because I don't like things that just have one use. It's like all my paints, the acrylics, you know, I've had them for years because of the ceramics. And then when I started getting into a little mixed media, I already had plenty of paint. You know, it was all the better. And don't worry if you don't get every little spot on your flip-flop, you know, because if you wear them, they kind of wear differently and change colors anyway, so it'll just give it that more real look, you know. But they're so simple and they're so cute. And I think my grandchildren are going to love these. I always do stuff for Autumn and April and Annie, because, you know, they're here every day. I think I want to do this set for my son's daughters. He has Marissa and Emily, and they are the cutest. Of course, I'm a grandma. I think all my grandchildren are cute. Even the older ones that get the attitude and don't have time for you. You know, you still love them. It's just the growing pains. But, yep. But who would have thought paper clay, right? We're going to go out to the cemetery in a little bit. That's why I came on so early, to be honest, is we have to go take down the Easter stuff from my dad, and I told my mom we'd go later today. So I wanted to get back on last night, but you know, I didn't want to interfere with the divas. And I think then I seen Ashley, Little Angels was on. So, and I try to, I don't know if y'all realize, I do try to stay out of everybody's way, because they've been doing this a lot longer than I have, and to me that's just a little respect. Does that make sense? Alright, all those are painted and they look pretty good. Y'all are bored to death yet? Clean that brush out. Yeah, cemetery's rough. You've got that right. Let's let that dry for just a minute. Ugh. I'm thinking once I get them painted, I want to go over them with some triple thick embossing to help seal them and harden them. I may not. I may end up just using the varnish. I need a small brush that I can get the little straps with. And I'm trying to find my good little brushes. This is not them, I don't think. Nope, that's not them. It might be over here at my other desk because I use so much. Yep, there it is. Teeny tiny brush. I've got this turquoise, Sanita's acrylic, and I thought for the little flip-flop strap that would look cute. Yeah, triple thick, ultra thick embossing powder. It's UT. And you can get it at Hobby Lobby. It's $12.99 for 6 ounces. But if you use your 40% off coupon, it's better. You know, I don't care if you ladies are going in just to buy a bottle of paint. Use that coupon. You'd be surprised how much money you save over a little bit of time, you know? Use your coupons. I used to always forget about them. Now, I don't forget my coupons. Now, I can kind of see where the little mark is for the flip-flop thing. And I'm just going to follow it up. Doesn't have to be perfect. Nothing's perfect in life, you know. Can you tell the difference? And then here where the toe would be, I'm going to put a little gemstone. Like I said, if y'all need to know something, ask. If I don't know, I will find out. And if I can't, I'll find an answer for you. If I don't know it, I'll tell you I don't know. Well, anyway. I think they're cute. I really think my granddaughters are going to like them. I like little flip-flops in the summer. Are y'all able to see them okay? Or do I need to kind of zoom in a little bit? Let me see if I can pull you down a little bit. Try not to make you dizzy. See if that helps a little. Like I said, my painting's not the greatest, but it doesn't have to be. Did that help a little? Oh yeah, that helped a little bit. I know the light has the colors washed out a little bit. But I can't do without the light, so it's one of those catch-22 things. So I'm just going to do one set while y'all are here because I don't want to bore you forever. I know, you know, you're getting the gist of the idea, right? So, those are cute, though. I love that. Now, I think I do want to do the triple thick. But then again, if I do the triple thick, I've got to do the heat gun and all that. And I'm not really feeling the heat gun. You know what I mean? So I think with them, I think I should just put the gem in them. Let the paint dry good. Then maybe go over them with some glossy accents. Let me see if I can pick them up and give you a closer view without killing anybody here. Because I understand, I'm usually on my phone too. But you see, you just put the little straps. Okay? And then I've gotten these teeny tiny gems. I need my tweezers. I know right where they're at because I use them so often. And let's pull out some of these little buggers. Alright. Let me move them because if I don't cover them, I will spill the whole tub. I've done that. I'm going to take just a tiny bit of this Fabri-Tac and I'm going to kind of squeeze it out on my tile. That's another reason I like working on tile. Cleanup is so easy, you know? And then I'm going to take one, dip it so it's on the back, and right where that little flower would be, glue them down. And that's a cute little flip-flop. Clean your tweezers off because you get that glue on them. Everything's going to stick to them. Y'all know that. Another one. And get it right down there. Isn't that cute? And it didn't take long. It probably took me longer to get them all cut out and let them dry than it is for me to do what I'm doing with them. So. You're going to stick to me, aren't you? See, I didn't take that minute to clean my stuff. I want you over that way, just a tiny bit. Okay. I'll just touch up that paint there because it didn't go all the way over. And those will be cute. Let me put these back up. Couldn't tell you how many I found here and there on the floor in the past. And little things like that get to be not super expensive, you know, but shoot, you drop a pack or two, you could have done something better. What did I do with that other paint? Let me touch that one up. And think all it was a little bit of air dry clay and a rubber stamp. So, not bad, right? Yeah, I think I'm going to do the glossy accents and let them dry. I think they'll do just fine. So now all I'll have to do after we do the glossy accents and let it dry, of course it'll take, you know, a coat on the front, a coat on the back, make sure the edges are done well. And it won't dry in time for me to do that on this video. But then all I'll have to do is add my earring hooks. And they're here. There's my earring hooks. And a jump ring. So we'll put a good sized jump ring through there. Might have to make it a little bit bigger, but I've got a different bit that'll go a little bit bigger. So that'll hang on a necklace. And by putting the glossy accents down, that'll even help hold that gemstone in there, because the glossy accents will go up to it. You know, and then we'll just open up one of these little earring things. And it'll go right on there. And we'll close them back up. I'll have to take it off to finish it, but this will give you guys the idea. I always have a terrible time with tiny things, you know. But anyway, you can tell it'll hang, and it'll be a very cute little earring. And you will have made it out of air dry clay. So you can make them with Play-Doh. I'm going to tell you, you don't have to have air dry clay. Use Play-Doh. It'll work. I've used Play-Doh to make the little clay roses and everything. So don't think just because you don't have something, you can't make it. You know, if it's something you really want to make, improvise. It's not the end of the world if you don't have the exact things that everybody else has. I'm going to start on this with the glossy accents and work it around. Don't worry if it goes over your gemstone a little bit. It's not going to hurt it. And they'll dry and be so nice. Just take it up to that edge. You know, glossy accents holds on really well. And it'll give it a nice, shiny, hard coat. See? And these will dry in just maybe an hour or two, enough to where I can flip them around and do some more on them. That's the bad thing, is you got to wait on stuff to dry. It's not doing it, it's the waiting on things to dry. I'm not a patient person when it comes to stuff like that. That's why usually my resin, if I'm doing resin, I try to pour it at night before I go to bed. Otherwise, I want to touch it. And you really shouldn't touch your resin, because your finger gets real sticky. And I know that from experience. So anyway, now won't those be cute? And see how nice and shiny? You'd never know that was air dry clay and a rubber stamp. Yeah, I have more than one going too. But, you know, that's what we do. So what do you think, guys? Anybody gonna try the air dry clay or the Play-Doh? And Yeah, I think they look great for, like I said, for air dry clay. You can't beat it. Well, hi, Charlene. Yeah, I met you yesterday. How are you? Been on about an hour. I'm glad. Good, good, good. I'm pretty early this morning. But, like I said, I had to get ready to go to the cemetery later today. But I wanted to get the resin out of the molds that we did, because that came out really cool. And I was working on these yesterday a little bit, and I thought I'd do that. But come on, make some pretty jewelry, even if it's for your grandkids. They'd love this. I mean, how cute will a little pair of flip-flop earrings and a little necklace to match their little sundress? How cute would that be? So what are y'all working on? I'm from Indiana, Charlene. I was born in Muncie. And I was raised in Albany, just outside of Muncie. You're cleaning house. I quit. I just quit. It's just me and my husband. It's like I told him, pick up after yourself. And things stay pretty good. I mean, we go through and dust and vacuum and, you know, but if you, yeah, it's done. Where do you live, Charlene? My sister still lives in Madison, down along the Ohio River. And it didn't take us how long to do... it took longer for that clay to dry than it did for us to paint them and get everything done with them. I picked up a few things out yesterday. They have at, oh, what is it? Joanne? You're 30 minutes from Madison? Which direction? Down around New Albany, Louisville, Scottsburg, or Scottsville, or whatever? Or the other direction? Because I lived up in, let's see, I was born in Muncie. We lived in Albany. Of course, we lived in Muncie. I've lived in Madison. I've lived in New Albany. I've lived in Delphi, up by Logansport, Lafayette, Kokomo, up in there. Batesville, okay. Yep. Well, maybe if I come up in a few months, we can meet up somewhere. That'd be cool. Because I love to go fishing. Anyway, y'all. Joann's has their paper marked down. I got these for $2.47 a pack. So, I got two of the brown craft, and then I got two of the black, and I thought that was a good deal for $2.47 a pack. All right, Donna, thank you for coming in, honey, because you know you never have enough card stock. And I did go back to that other place, and they had these little containers with the lids, for 75 cents. And I picked up the last two they had, you know, because I do a lot of beads, and these things, they come apart and they're a mess. So I want to put my eye hooks and stuff in here. I picked up one little pack of flowers. My mom wanted this. She's got the junk journal thing or whatever, and she wants to add that. She liked the flowers on it. So that's for her. And I found this ribbon. And it's gorgeous. I mean, it's purple and black. And it was 75 cents. I found this lace for $1. Let me pop that open. I want to check it out. If I can get the plastic off of it. I have the worst time with plastic. Yeah, they would. And for 75 cents, you can't beat it for storage. Look at that lace. Isn't that pretty? And it's kind of stretchy. And then I got the last 4 of these they had. And it's the black with the roses, you know. And they were $1 a roll. But I thought, you know, if we do a shabby chic steampunk, wouldn't that look cool? So, that's what I picked up yesterday. Wasn't out a long time. Didn't even go to Tuesday morning. We went to Joann's. I went to Michael's. I went to Hobby Lobby. And we were going to go to dinner. And my mom realized what time it was. And we had to get back home because she wanted to watch Roseanne. And Roseanne came on last night. So, I didn't even go to dinner. My husband and my nephew went to dinner together. And when he come back, he asked me where I went. And I'm like, well, I didn't go to dinner. We went and done a few other things. So, I just went in the kitchen and fixed me an old peanut butter and jelly sandwich and a glass of milk. And I was good. But anyway, I'm going to let y'all get off of here because I just wanted mainly to unmold the resin. And I wanted to show you the little flip-flops that I was working on yesterday. I think they're cute. Tell me what you think. Leave me a comment. Yeah, the roses, they would work on boho. So, and hopefully I will be back on later today because I want to pour more of the resin stuff. I need more of that. And I want to play with some of the Happy Mail I got yesterday. I don't want anyone who sends me anything to think it just gets put away and never seen again. I want to use the Happy Mail that's sent to me. That's why I send Happy Mail to people, is it's something that I enjoy and love, and I want them to use it and love it as much as I did. And not just put it away and never see it again, you know? So I want to try and figure out a project we can do with some of the things that I got yesterday. So hopefully I will see you all back here later. Hi and bye, Joyce. You just coming in, sweetie. I'm sorry. I didn't want to take up a lot of time today. I just want to do a little bit. What do you think of my flip-flops? They're made out of air dry clay and a rubber stamp. Well, you can go back and watch the video if you feel like it. If you don't worry about it. So, but yeah, ladies, I appreciate y'all coming in, hanging out with me for a little bit. But like I said, it's already 11 o'clock. Got to get a few things done before I go off with Mom because, you know, it's rough going out to the cemetery, and I'll probably end up taking her out to lunch, and y'all know how that goes. So thank you for your time. I appreciate every one of you. Leave me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. If you have a question, put it down there. If I don't know the answer to something, I will find the answer for you. So y'all have a nice afternoon, and I'll see you later. Bye.